Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video, guys. Today we're going to talk about Thalanne as our legendary event released yesterday. Today we are ready to review her with obviously we're going to talk about how to build her skills, which skills to get to level 6. We're going to talk about how to use those skills, the stats we need on runes, the rune setup and artifact setup. Also, we're going to have some awesome gameplay, arena gameplay. No guarantee we're going to win arena gameplay, but that'll be cool. And we're going to be testing her in tier 8 raid too. And both teams used in arena and in the raid are going to be two completely different teams, so we can actually showcase how good she is no matter which team you actually put her on. Also, guys, if you are new to the game, wow, my English is gone. So if you're new to the game or level 15 or below, guys, make sure to use the promo code STARCO to get $10 worth of free stuff. To do so, it is very simple. You go in the settings, use promo code, and you enter the word STARCO, STARKO. You press OK, and you will receive $10 worth of free stuff, which will give you a pretty good boost early on in the game to progress as fast as possible. So promo code STARCO for awesome stuff, guys. Also, guys, if you are enjoying the content you watch on this channel, make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. It tells YouTube that this video is somewhat awesome and they should promote it more, pretty much give some exposure to the video. So little thumbs ups if you do not mind, guys, helping the channel. Okay, so let's jump into the roster here. Let's go with Thalanne. First thing we're going to do here is pretty simple. We're going to go through the ability. We're going to start from the right to the left, talk about those abilities. Then we're going to rank them in which ability should be a level 6 and which ability you don't really care about level 6. So the first ability, leadership, secret leader. This is an outstanding leadership, top 5 leadership in the game without a single doubt. So increase the critical chance of all ally elves by 30%. So yeah, add 30% to all your elves you're gonna put in the team with her a critical chance. It is crazy. And recover 15% of their turn meter upon landing critical hit, which is actually quite crazy, and have 50% chance to restore 1 turn 2 in ability. So crazy leadership, guys. One of the best race leadership in the game, definitely similar to the demon buff or slinger leadership. So definitely this is a very solid leadership, and obviously this is going to be very important to get this ability to level 6. Next we have Hatred, the passive ability. Debuffing an enemy increase the turn meter by 20% and an additional 4% for each debuff Thalanne apply this turn. So every time you apply a debuff on the opponent, you get 20% turn meter. And then if you apply multi debuff, like you go with the third skill and apply ability block on, let's say 5 targets, well, you're gonna get an extra 20% turn meter. So that will be a total of 40%. So this ability level 6, kind of important, guys. And then you have the third skill. The third skill actually go with the passive, because if you have this ability to level 6, if you damage all the enemy, you get ability block on all of them, well, depending on the potency, obviously. So that's a lot of ability block, to be honest. That's a lot of debuff. I've seen this debuff hit 10 people and give 20 plus 40% turn meter from that passive ability. So definitely this skill is incredible. And then you have the second skill, deal 440% physical damage to an enemy, inflict a healing block, and apply a buff immunity for 2 turns. If you apply both debuff, again, that's 20 plus 8% turn meter if you have the passive fully level up, and it's pretty outstanding. And also, if you get this ability to level 6, you get an extra 90% physical damage, so 350% to 440%. So in my opinion, it is definitely worth getting this ability to level 6. And then we have the basic ability. This is actually the only ability that we don't care about level 5 or level 6. You can see the difference is minimum 210 and 70% chance to daze to 250 and get 100% chance to apply daze. So the difference is very minimal. So this is going to be the one ability we don't care about level 6. Now, which order should we get those abilities to level 6? Well, that's pretty simple. Priority number 1 because that's the most outstanding leadership ability that Thalanne has. And then after that, priority number 2 is going to be get Hatred and Blade Fury to level 6. Both go together. If you only get one to level 6, it's useless. So you want to get both to level 6. And then priority number 3 is Shadow Strike, so you can get that 90% increased physical damage, but not as important as the first 3 ability here. The Secret Layer, Hatred, and Blade Fury. Definitely those 3 abilities. If you're gonna go with only 3 abilities, you get to level 6. Those are the abilities. Now, how do you play this character? Pretty simple, guys. If you need to hit AoE attack, number 1 priority. If you need to hit single target attack, number 1 priority. That depends if you have how many targets you have out there, obviously, or if you need to kill something real fast. And then basic attack after that. That is pretty much it. So if you're fighting multi-target, the priority number 1 is going to be Blade Fury, priority number 2 is going to be Shadow Strike, and priority number 3 is going to be Dirty Trick. Now if you're fighting single target, priority number 1, priority number 2, and priority number 3. So that sounds pretty much how you want to play her. Now that we talk about that, let's talk about rune and stats. So rune setup is very simple, guys. 2 potency runes, 4 critical damage runes, and that is the best setup you can actually have as a rune. Now as a priority number 1, speed is always so important on most DPS characters, obviously. Priority number 2, critical chance. I know that you'll think I want you to go with critical damage here, but no, I want you to go with critical chance to get as close as possible to the 100% critical chance. So you hit that critical hit as often as possible. Now, going with critical chance runes will actually put me over 100% critical chance with the leadership, which will be too much, which is why critical damage is more important as a set. And then next we have potency as the last primary, because you want to apply those debuff obviously to get that extra turn meter, obviously. Now if we talk about secondary stats, what's the priority for secondary stat? It's pretty simple. Priority number 1 is going to be speed, priority number 2 is going to be critical chance, and priority number 3 is going to potency. Those are the secondary stats you want to focus on. Like here we have speed, here we have critical chance. Well, I already have speed, so we cannot get speed on this one. Then we have speed here. Here we have critical chance, speed, and the potency. Awesome one. Potency and speed, not the greatest stats, but still, here we have speed, critical chance, and potency as priority. So you can see the pattern, guys. We have speed on every single runes, which is the most important. And after that, you want to try to get that critical chance and that potency as high as possible from the other secondary stats. Now, if we talk about artifact next, because you know, artifact is important too. Artifact, we're gonna go with critical chance artifact. Why not critical damage? Well, I'm gonna play her with Thalanne and tier 8 rate. Thalanne is already gonna bring critical damage increase, and I want to get her as close as possible to 100% critical chance with her leadership. Now if we actually take that away, we'll be around 54% critical chance and maybe 15% more critical damage. So that will be viable too, and that'll pretty much give me 54 plus 30, 84% chance to crits. But I do like getting closer to 100% better than getting a little bit more critical damage. Now that depends on how you're gonna play her too. If you're gonna play her as lead, I believe that critical chance artifact is more important. But if you are not going to be playing her as a leader and just going to play her, if for example in the arena meta team with the buff as a leader, I think critical damage obelisk, why I said obelisk, that's my whole game I used to cover. Artifact here will actually be better. So it's really dependent on how you're going to play her, but both are viable options. So that pretty much covers the stats and how to build her, guys. So now the talking part is pretty much done. Hopefully you learn a bunch of stuff with this talking part, guys, on how to build her and play her. Next we're going to be jumping into arena. We're going to fight the meta team with her, with our meta team, and then after that we're going to jump in phase 2 of tier 8 raid, and we're going to showcase how much powerful she makes a health teams, obviously. So let's jump in there right now. And by the way, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you can actually get notified when we post a new video, which we post on a daily basis, and when we live stream, which we live stream every night 7 p.m. Pacific time, obviously. Okay, so the one I want to fight is not there. Still not there. Okay, there we go. So that's the team I want to fight. You know, the meta team that most people have on live server. Most people don't have a 7 stars Garrett, so we don't see that yet. So this is kind of the team I want to face, and this is the team I'm going to use. Pretty much, I swapped Shadar for Thalanne. I do believe Thalanne is better than Shadar, to be honest, in Arena, but that is just my personal opinion. Now, this is definitely going to be depending on RNG goes. If the wrong target gets ability block on the first turn, pretty much gonna die fast. But the main important thing here that we want to showcase, it's not really winning here. It's about if we can land that AoE attack from her and ability block everybody, that will be outstanding if we can actually achieve that today. But we're gonna see what happened here. Definitely. Okay, so we got ability block on this guy already, so definitely a boss. So you can see my speed on my buff is too low to compete with the speed on this buff, so this is probably going to be a boss fight, but I'm really hoping I will be able to apply that full ability block on the other team, so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about with that ability block, to be honest. Okay, here we got some stealth. We still built to block on buff. Well, we just finally remove it, which is actually quite nice. Sure, we're gonna apply that there, you know, while we can. And now let's see if we can actually get it. No, we did not damage every single enemy, so this time around it did not work, sadly. I'm sorry, guys, but we're definitely gonna try to bring that back. And you can see here that single target actually hit pretty hard, so that is definitely great. And next time buff goes, we might actually be able to do something good. We're gonna try to kill that thing so we don't get annoyed too much. There we go. Buff apply some good stuff. So a couple more turns and we should be able to apply this stuff again. So hopefully we get there. Oh, damn. Somebody die. Might have a chance after all. If we kill town, that'll be great, man. If we can net that, we just got ability block. That's just from the old pattern here, man. I hate that. And ability block, jeez. I have ability block on almost everybody. See, that's the RNG part here. If you get really bad RNG, that's what's gonna happen. So we didn't get to see the AoE actually ability block everybody, but this will have been a game changer. The fact that we end up with 3 ability block on our team, if we actually succeed in applying the ability block on everybody on the other team, that will not happen. We are being able to go back to a pattern, to taunting, and pretty much win this fight most likely. So we have a great start, but the follow-up was pretty terrible, and that is pretty much due to not because the talent was not successful, but mostly due to the buff in the other team has higher speed. So that's actually a lesson for you guys. If you build a team with buff, always make sure he has the highest possible speed. And now let's just finish this on autoplay because the showcase of Thalanne is over, so it's no point making this fight eternal. So let's just finish this gameplay and move to tier 8 raid so you guys can actually see her in action. And by the way, guys, I fought this team, the same exact team earlier when I was testing it myself, and I was able to apply this AoE ability block twice in the fight and actually 3-star the fight. So it's really dependent on RNG here. I have bad RNG here, so you know when you're recording you usually get bad RNG, so that's just normal. But the possibility of destroying this team is definitely there with Thalanne in the team, because when you get that AoE ability block, it's such a game changer. It's crazy. Now we're gonna jump in tier 8 trade, guys. We're gonna go for phase 2, which is the mega wheel phase. This is the team Thalanne with Kellyan, Delmin, Nightail, and Wonder Lula, and you're gonna see the damage when those people crits is gonna be ridiculous, and you're gonna see a lot of crits, guys. You're gonna see a lot of crits without a single doubt. So the first thing we're gonna do the first turn, or turn and a half, it's actually kill the people on the side. The fastest we kill those people, at least damage them a little bit for when we get the AoE going, they actually go down faster. That's pretty much the objective. We already got the AoE, so There we go. You kind of see why here. Now that while we have all the offensive buff, we're gonna do this. You can see 46,000 crits, which is pretty great. 48,000 crits. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Now let's kill this one. Try and not waste too much time here, but definitely that helps killing the side people early on. You really minimize the damage you're gonna be taking. Now we're gonna go single target, try to do as much damage as possible, and the objective is always to do at least 10% damage, which should not be a problem here in my personal opinion. It shall definitely not be a problem. What is this skill does? Oh, maybe a mark. Now we missed the armor decrease. That was hopeful, but that did not happen. Anyway, you can see pretty solid damage here. Now tank is dead, but they're gonna bring some summons. We might be able to do a little bit more pretty soon. That's she'll be pretty soon, hopefully. So stop beating me up, but you can see we are up to 12% damage, which is actually pretty solid, almost 13%. So 14%. This is going pretty well, pretty great. So you can see this team will do a lot of damage against this guy. It's one of the best team here, definitely. We're going to be over 500,000 damage with one attack. And this is characters you don't need for your meta teams too, which is actually pretty great. So you can see Thalanne was the #1 damage dealer here, 300,000 damage compared to the other one, but other one did some side damage too, so maybe not fully optimal, but you can see the difference. She's just outstanding, but she makes those characters, especially Delmin and Wonder Lula, so much stronger when she's around, which is kind of the point of her leadership with the elf team. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this video will be as helpful as you it was for me to do all the researches I did and the testing I did to you know, bring the best possible content to you guys. So guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for our daily Dragon Champion content and our daily stream. As always, guys, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, guys, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.